This is Matthew. Somewhere in this area. Yeah, there-ish. And then we push the button, Max. There we go. Hey, fantastic. Yes, you did catch the kazoos. And we have ourselves a little Troubadork non-commute show happening once again. Back in the saddle, as it were. It's not actually a saddle, it's a gaming chair. That's okay. So here we are, and so yes, the magic show did in fact happen, but there were some complications that I am not really authorized to discuss. The impresario for the Southtown Show Club is working that stuff out. I did have a lot of fun, and I will be doing more magic for the Southtown Show Club sometime in the near future, we hope. But today, yep, it's Teppo, honestly, I cannot tell you why that is. I also noticed that we didn't get the first two comments from Rob and Teppo from YouTube showing up over here. But, I mean, at this point, I'm just happy to be on and doing stuff again. So, yeah, on the horizon, the 9th, not this Saturday, not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, is going to be our Sherwood Forest Fair Celtic Festival, and I am back on my what I'm beginning to think of as my living room, the Villagers Square stage, doing 3 shows, and possibly crashing the pub sing, because I have crashed a pub sing or 2 in my time, and I'm not above doing it again. I have a much more organized and sorted out plan. Yes, one cat has departed. There's another cat over there where you can't see her on the couch. But the moment I start getting noisy, then Delilah pretty much flees the territory. And that's okay. She still loves me. She just doesn't want me to deal with me being noisy. Yeah, the tip jar is, I don't know if we're going to keep this or not, because honestly, it hasn't really done a whole lot for me. And I'm not really in it to try to solicit tips. As much as I would love to get money from people, because, hey, we live in capitalism, I am definitely in the enthusiastic amateur portion of our program. Which is a good thing, I personally think. Good morning! And welcome to our friends on the other side of the bloody globe. Yes. I know Teppo is our man in Finland. Carla, did you say that you were also in Finland, or are you elsewhere? It's weird having a global following. It's cool having a global following, but it's weird having a global following. because I am, after all, your niche market internet micro celebrity. That's right, I will always be that person beloved by at least 4 people out there in the world. Anyway, so a short Celtic festival, and so I've been going through my catalog, if that is the right word for it, looking for songs that I can at least say are vaguely Irish. And I have some vaguely Irish songs, and I have some vaguely non-Irish songs. I'm going to play some of them now, and I'm going to play more of them as we get up to that point. I'm also going to try, and the emphasis here is on try, to record more tracks. I have some very bare tracks, which I'm going to try and put together into a very bare bones official bootleg, or just the demo album, because honestly, I don't have a lot of chops on this. If there's anybody out there who knows someone who will remix tracks, or at least sweeten the stuff I have for a reasonable fee, I would happily talk to them. But enough about me. Let's get on to the actual music. I've realized something very quickly, that there's the first song we're going to do is a song that was introduced to me by Kay, my friend Kay. And it is a song I originally heard on The Muppet Show. And it is Tomorrow. And I realized that with a very, very tiny bit of editing, I could easily turn this into an Irish song. And I could even sing it Irish instead of singing it the way I often sing it. You're in the Philippines. Aha! Long ways away. Good grief. I do have a global following. I am absolutely thrilled by that fact. With this one, it's fairly easy to adapt. I'll see if I can sing it in a Irish manner. Not the necktie Irish, where the tenor sounds like he's being strangled by his own necktie, but we shall try. I started on a journey about a year ago to a little town called Morrow in the county of Sligo. I'd never been much of a traveler, and I really didn't know that Morrow was the hardest place I'd ever try to go. So I went down to the station for my ticket and applied for tips regarding Morrow, not expecting to be guide. Says, "Oi, my friend, I'd like to go tomorrow and return no later than tomorrow, for I haven't time to burn." Says he to me, "Now let me see if I have heard you right. You'd like to go tomorrow and return tomorrow night. You should have gone tomorrow yesterday and back today, for the train that goes tomorrow is a mile upon its way. If you had gone tomorrow yesterday, now don't you see, you could have gone tomorrow and returned today at 3 for the train today tomorrow, if the schedule is right. Today it goes tomorrow and returns tomorrow night." Says I, "My friend, it seems to me you're talking through your hat. There is a town named Morrow on the line, now tell me that." "There is," says he, "but take from me a quiet little tip. For to go from here tomorrow is a 14-hour trip. The train today tomorrow leaves today at 8:05. At 10:30 tomorrow is the time it should arrive. So if from here tomorrow is a 14-hour jump, can you go today tomorrow and get back today, you chump?" Says I, "I'd like to go tomorrow, but can I go today and get tomorrow by tonight if there is no delay?" Well, says he to me, and I got nothing more to say. "Can't get anywhere tomorrow and get back again today." Says I think you know it all, but kindly let me say, how can I get tomorrow if I leave this town today? Says he, "You cannot go tomorrow anymore today, 'cause the train that goes tomorrow is a mile upon its way." I was so disappointed, I was mad enough to swear. The train had gone tomorrow and had left me standing there. That man was right in telling me I was a howling jay, for I could not go tomorrow, so I guess in town I'll stay. Wow, that worked out very well. That was me and my best on my best bad Irish. You see, Irish, you say it with a smile. That's how you do it, you see. I learned just a little bit of Irish when I were learning. For I did learn my basic fair accent. And you say it with a smile. And just a little bit of twist, just a little bit of something in there to cut through the phlegm, you know what I'm saying? And so that, my friends, is Tomorrow, which I actually enjoy a great deal. So, there we go. About the next three songs, are all songs I have done before. I have played all of these songs during one or more of these shows, and I do not doubt for the life of me that I will not continue to play these songs because I am very, very, very basic. And also the fact that I am practicing to do this in front of people who will come out into the forest and drink beer and hopefully be entertained by me and other people of much higher musical talent. The next song I'm going to do for you is, in fact, a song that I wrote specifically because I knew I was going to be doing Renaissance festivals and Irish festivals. And originally, the original title pretty much gave the joke away at the very beginning. However, I have done a little bit of effort, and I have re-entitled it Lament. See? And as such, this will give us... Why? I'm still talking in that accent. You know, it's contagious. It really is. If you get two people talking in an accent, then pretty soon somebody else talks in that accent, and they all talk in that accent, and then everyone just kind of just gradually all degenerates in until at some point we are probably talking in a very, very bad accent, which we should not do because it is in fact horrible. You can, however, still do Irish accents for some reason, as long as you do not just repeat the word potato over and over and over again. Remember, the cause of the Great Irish Famine was not the potato. It was the rich English bastards. True story. So this, I'm already speaking in Irish, we might as well just go right on ahead of it, right? It's true, I usually do sound like Jim Henson, but I decided to sound like an Irish Jim Henson, and it worked out all right. So, here we go. Praise Lament. My life was a shambles, I wished I were dead. I decided to live with the fairies instead, so I found me a circle, a space I had known. But when I pled my case, the fairies had flown. They'd all buggered off, left me all on my own. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair and away from me. I went to a mushroom ring out in the field, left cakes and honey and hoped it would yield a chance to leave my world and live with the fae. Cakes, honey, and fairies were all gone next day. Them bloody cheat fairies had all run away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. Why? Well, the queen of the fairies, she heard my lament. In a big cloud of glitter, she popped up and went. We've heard your petition, but have to say nay. Stop begging to get us to haul you away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. Asked why I could not flee into the fae. She said, for ya boy, oh, you can't go that way. She said, you are a rare one, but we'll tell you true. Immortal life's complex enough without you. But then what madness you get us into. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fair ran away from me. She elaborated. She said, you know, we've been watching your note far and wide. I said, that's a bit on the stalkerish side. You can't live here forever, you can visit, you see. Just remember the caterings BYOP. You are not getting in on a technicality. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. Over time, drunk and resentful. Hey, my dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away. The fae ran away, the fae ran away from me. Oh! Every time I do that song, I'm fully expecting someone to run up and just hit me with something. Just stop it, stop it, stop it. Whack, 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 whack. Oh, it's a Porsche accent, Well, this is actually, I would say, it's one of the many dialects that I will, in fact, massacre in my long career. I really do enjoy this one because I actually started out with just the punchline. I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. That was in my head the whole time. That was the original title of the song. And elaborating, and I wound up actually cutting a verse and tightening it up because it was actually even longer. This is one of my longer songs, but it is one that I am still quite pleased with, and very happy that people are tolerant of my behaving and performing in this manner. I think we're at 307. We're at show 307, or however we mess this up. Nope, we are at show 307, so next week will be show 308. My goodness. Wow. So, I have these next two songs. One of them is original, and one of them is a cover, and that makes 2 originals and 2 covers, which, for your average Celtic and semi-Celtic performance thing, is entirely in keeping with the good stuff. I'm hoping I'm not pushing this out too much. I could not see my sound level. I'm doing my best to keep it at a reasonable place, somewhere between -11 and like -6, and we'll see how I do. I am adjusting the volume right now. I don't have a mixing board. I just have one slider and one microphone, which is off the shot right over here. This microphone. This is in fact the very same microphone that I use to record. I'm about to drop something horrible here. That I use to record the Ask Philo podcast and the Adequate podcast. I have to really mess with it. And do not have enough hands. Welcome to our technical difficulties, the traditional Tobias the Adequate technical difficulties portion of our program. It's not really a Tobias the Adequate show without me screwing something up. Yay! It's all back. So, the next thing I'm going to play is a song that I wrote that was original. And initially, I just had a little bit of a thought as to what I was going to do with it. And it turned out to be something that was actually very well received by the inspiration. Which is, of course, Oscar Hasselhoff, German master of defense, inventor of the Hasselhoff maneuver, and in fact the subject of the entirety of the song which I am about to play for you now. And now, children, we will play the happy little tune, yeah? A happy little tune. A song about gambling, drunkenness, and defenestration, yeah? A song which causes me to perform in this insufferable Bavarian accent. Seriously, I want to just walk right up and slap the taste of mine own out of my own mouth. I was gambling in Helsinki, down upon mine luck. Owed a lot to these big Flemish guys. I felt that I was stuck. I thought I was a goner, sure surrounded by mine foes. Then I remembered Hasselhoff, and he solved all mine woes. For he invented the Hasselhoff maneuver, which goes like this. Just grabs them by the crotch, once and throws them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blow. Just grabs them by the crotch, once and throws them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Oh, it has been so long, and it's just so very, very therapeutic to sing this. Well, I made my way out of there, and I fled down to the bar. I happily sipped lager, maybe 2 or 15 jars. Some massive Swedish mercenary spoke ill of my ma. I could not think I did not think I could escape this peril quite unscarred. Very important memo to self: do not watch self in screen while singing this song, for I look like a maniac. Meanwhile, back at the peril, I had remembered I had my copy of Grab them by the crotch and throw them out the window in my back pocket. I pulled it out, very quickly read over the notes, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. Just grab them by the crotch, once and throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blow. Just grab them by the crotch, once and throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. I had gathered quite a crowd by the great feat I did perform. I ordered me another round, for I had grown quite warm. When time to pay the bill came, pleas for credit were all scorned. And so I tried to shun mine ground, mine fate was quite forewarned. For it came to pass in this very tavern in Helsinki, a temporarily between violent conflicts, Oscar Hasselhoff, German master of defense, had been hired as a part-time bouncer. Well, I was thrilled. Guten Abend, Master Hasselhoff, the gates. Would you sign in my booklet? We had to find a crayon for him. Then we had to sharpen the crayon because he believes in sharp objects, and he signed his name very carefully, did not misspell it or anything. Then he grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. Well, that was darned effective, I thought, as I was passing through. He grabbed me by the crotch, and he threw me out the window. Yes, it seems defenestration works on me as well as you. And now, happy children, would you sing this happy sing-along chorus with me, yeah? You do not need to know all of the words. Just the good ones. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blow. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Grab them by the crotch and throw them out the window. Available wherever violent books are sold. Yeah. That was me adjusting the volume manually by moving away from the microphone so that I do not spike this thing, because I realize that grabs them by the crotch and throws them out the window it has a lot of punchy bits in it, yeah? Yes, it does. Grab them by the crotch and throw them out the window, available wherever violent books are sold. And my ad for it has become a somewhat regular feature in the Oscar Hasselhoff Adult School of Sword at the Sherwood Forest Fair. And I'm both proud and a little ashamed of that fact. So, my friends, my goodness me. Half an hour goes by so dang fast when you're having fun. So one of the things I love about doing music is I legitimately could just play this forever. However, I do have a wife and 2 cats that all need to be fed. And so after this song, what I will do is I will button things down here, turn off the live stream, and we will order food to be delivered, because we live in a society where you can do that, which is nice, and I very much appreciate that a great deal. I am always bewildered by the fact that people hang out with me, even people from like way the heck on the other side of the bloody continent. I'm still just blows me away completely. So my friends, we have come to the point, the moment you've all been waiting for. That's right, the last song in my set. And I realized early on that one of the things that I could do easily is I could simply take English songs and make them Irish, as well as taking Irish songs and make them English. You saw me do that with Morrow, Tomorrow, which is actually a United States-based vaudeville music hall song. Aw. We don't know what we're going to get tonight. We've gotten to the point now where we're starting to split stuff again, which is good, because it's 1, less expensive, and 2, it means we don't just completely incapacitate ourselves with food. We'll see what it looks like, and we'll see how tired and hungry and angry we are, because this anger also is a thing that happens in food. And why are we angry? Well, we live where we live. Not really angry, just fed up, I think is a good word. There are moments we just done with people. And so we did an audible about taking care of some errands tomorrow when our people gauge is much lower, because we haven't had to deal with people all day long. So this song sounds like an old song. It is not an old song. This song was written in the 1970s by a couple of people, and it was an ad for, yes, BERTHA'S. There is actually a BERTHA'S in Baltimore, Maryland, and they do serve seafood. And their mussels are, if you are someone who is fond of mussels, they are said to be quite tasty indeed. What's really funny is the first time I heard this song, it was actually at the Dickens Christmas Fair as part of the Mad Sal's Dockside Alehouse Music Hall. And that was one of the things that said, you know what, I really want to do this sort of thing. Because you get songs like this. Eat BERTHA'S mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So if you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a sailor came to BERTHA'S with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. So he ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key. His jib'em set right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not going back to sea. So eat BERTHA'S mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So if you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to BERTHA'S who wanted a daughter or son. The doctor had said with a shake of his head that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband. Dear, hi babe, she tuned up his truth, and I tell you the truth. Tuned up his truth. I tell you, tuned up. Wow. She tuned up this truth, and to tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. Stop looking yourself. Oh, eat BERTHA'S mussels. Watch the song. They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So if you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, cure your constipation too, thank God. Just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles, or the flu. So if you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight. A plate a day of BERTHA'S mussels, and you'll live till you're 98. So eat BERTHA'S mussels, yum! They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to BERTHA'S and you'll be in for a rare old treat. And so, with all the enthusiasm of a hyperactive 3-month-old golden retriever puppy sliding across a freshly waxed kitchen floor, we find ourselves heading directly into the expensive china cabinet, which is, of course, the end of the Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. Show 307. We've done 307 of these bloody things, and we will keep going until we all decide to stop. There we go. Thank you for hanging out with me once again. I appreciate, it's a very effective song that way, Rob. It really is. I have no interest in muscles at all, but you know what? I will go to BERTHA'S if we happen to be out there. Thank you once again for hanging out with me. Without you watching, this would be even harder to justify, both for those watching live and, of course, those of you watching in reruns, because I'm big in syndication. Because 4:30 to 5 is a weird time for a lot of people to be watching a screen. We will continue to do this, of course, in 3 weeks. 3 Saturdays from now, I will be getting ready to go to the Sherwood Forest Fair in McDade, Texas, just a few miles outside of Austin and Bastrop, where all the barbecue is, to perform at the Sherwood Celtic Music Festival. In November, I will be at Steampunk November once again, which is going to happen Saturday and Sunday, and not Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Celtic Festival is happening Friday night and Saturday, but not Sunday. It's all very confusing. But you can, of course, support Adequacy in our lifetime. I am at paypal.me/theadequate. Venmo is @theadequate. Cash App is $theadequate. My branding is very strong. You can find me at theadequate.com, of course, and Troubadork.com for all your Troubadorkery needs. I, of course, want to give a shout-out to patreon.com/theadequate and my Patreon patrons. Amazing people all. Tim K, Jen, Joe, Austin, Chris, Teppo, Isaac, Jasper, Linda, Ann, Rob, Steve, BK, Richard, Brian, Lorene, and my Patreon patrons past, present, and future. You know who you are. I don't. I can't read the future. I'm not that good at that. They just let me beat on musical instruments and make noise. Yeah. I'm at The Adequate on Twitter. At The Adequate on Blue Sky now. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm at The Adequate on Threads. I am Tobias the Adequate on TikTok and Instagram, and you can, of course, find me at Tobias the Adequate on Facebook as well. I think that's everything. We've covered it all. So, more important than anything else, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Rights are not like pie. You don't lose any if somebody else gets more. Trans rights are human rights. Trans human beings are human beings. Treat people like people and not things. And most importantly, go out and make somebody giggle. I wasn't planning on giggling. I think if we do more of that, we fight fire with marshmallows, it will actually achieve a great deal. If you can't fight fire with marshmallows, fight fire with sarcasm. But do try marshmallows first. Because, hey, if you need to, that means you have a flaming marshmallow you can throw at somebody. See? Always thinking. I don't know if they barbecue the actors, but they do feed the actors barbecue. So you folks have all been wonderful. And I've been Tobias the Adequate. And that's enough out of me. Thank you all for encouraging my behavior, and I will see you all next time. Take care.